Hello, early bird members. This is Andrew Dubin, and I'd like to take a few minutes to provide an overview of the new early bird system. The system we will be using is Hold My Court, and you only need a web browser to gain access. The system will work on a PC, Mac, and any handheld device. You just need a browser like Microsoft Explorer, Chrome, Safari for the Mac. The focus of this demo will be to highlight the early bird system and the rules. First, make sure you're on the correct system and signed in correctly. And the way you'll know that is on the top left hand of the screen, you'll see it says signed in as Roger Federer. So Roger Federer is the user who has signed in. This would be your name if you signed in correctly. The second thing you want to make sure is that under Ocean Grove Tennis Center, it says early bird scheduling. So that will make sure that you're in the right system. The next thing I want to do is highlight some of the tabs quickly. So sign out is pretty self-explanatory. If you sign out, you're gonna have to sign back in with the user ID and password. Change profile is if you want to change your username, your password, etc. Club website brings you to the user manual, which includes the rules which we will go over today. Website 2 will take you to the non-early bird application. So those are the hours before or after 8:30 in the morning. Partner search, I will demo for you. I think that's going to be a good tool for our club. Single view and multi-view, you're basically always want to be in the multi-view because that's going to give you a 7-day look, so you can see Monday through Friday, court by court, who's playing. The single view, which I just clicked on, will only give you that 1 day. And then you can also look at frequently asked questions if you want to learn more about the system. The OR is a barcode, which we are not going to use in our system. So let's from there go into the hours of operation and the rules. The first is the hours of operation is going to be from 6:30 to 8:30, same as last year. The system, though, needed to be configured to get 4 names to be 6:30 to 8:45. So that 8:45 for our purposes is really 8:30. That's when the early bird stops. The first rule is members and guests must be registered in the early bird system, Hold My Court, to play early bird tennis, and there's really no exceptions. And the reason for that is we want to really understand court utilization, who's playing, when, and on which courts. The second rule is early bird members are encouraged to coordinate match play via the Hold My Court system and use the partner search function, which we'll demo in a second. In addition, the early bird coordinator, who is myself, and or the OGT staff can be used after best efforts have been made. So with that, let me just go into the partner search tab here, which is right after the website 2. And we've already had some people populate their profiles. I think this is going to be a good tool for people who are maybe new to the club or looking for new players to play at the club. So this gives the name, their level of play, where they're looking for singles, doubles, mixed, etc. And then in the comments area, I recommend that you be as descriptive as possible in terms of the days that you're looking to play. One note on this partner search functionality is that it expires after 45 days. So what that means is within 45 days, you have to go in and just update your record. And you don't have to change it, you just have to update it at a minimum. And it has the expired dates here. So for myself, it's June 13th. So going back to the reservation page, and that's typically where you're going to do most of your work, is on the reservation page. The third rule is, and this is the one I think that will take a little time to sink in, but once we get in a rhythm, I think it's going to work well, and it's going to allow people to sign up and be more fair and equitable with the distribution of the courts. The third rule is early bird members can initially sign up for 2 sessions per week, which will allow for more members access to the early bird play. If courts are still available, then early bird members can play more than 2 sessions per week. So that's the rule and the procedure that we would like to put in place. is early bird members can sign into the online system on a Monday to Friday, 1 week prior to play, and make a maximum of 2 court reservations. On Saturday and Sunday of the same week, early bird members who want to book additional court time for the following week will be allowed to do so if courts are available. So just to drill down on that a little bit, in the current week, if we talk about Monday through Friday, early bird members can sign up for 2 play sessions for the following week and play more than 2 times in the current week if courts are available. You must enter at least 2 players' names at the time of the reservation is made, and additional names must be entered prior to play. Please indicate doubles play by inserting a D, and I'll demo that in a second, after the last name of the first player. For example, Roger Federer wants to play doubles, so he would input Roger Federer -D and take the 6:30 a.m. Time slot. Sticking with the current week, Saturday and Sunday, as I stated before, early bird members can sign up for additional court time in the following week if courts are available. So that's the rule. And let me just go in and show you how this works. So here we're seeing 7 days from April 29th through Friday, May 3rd. Right now, we just have Wednesday, May 1st, Marianne and Phyllis are going to play singles on court 1 if the club opens. But basically what happens here is that if you see a time like 6:30, 7:15, 8 o'clock, that means it's open and you can go in and book time. So for singles, the plan is to have 2 names on the same name on 6:30 and 7:15, and then the opponent on the 8 o'clock and 8:45, like Marianne and Phyllis have done here. So if we go to the next week, and this is the sort of the planned week, here we have on Monday, May 6th, we have Andrew playing with Steve and Don Garcia. On court 1, we have Dave Gillihan, Don Yerkes, who are looking to play doubles. So if you were interested in playing in this game, I recommend you reach out to Dave and or Don and see if that works. On Wednesday, we have a big match, and Eddie's putting them on the marquee court 1. That's Roger Federer versus Rafa Nadal. But again, you see that Roger's put his name in twice, and then he's put in his friend Rafa twice, which is very easy. And again, on Thursday, Don and Andrew are looking to play doubles. So David Gillihan puts David-D. So that indicates he's looking for 2 more players. And then on Friday, we have on court 2, we have Bruce and Ed Hanley are playing. Let me show you how quickly you can either add or delete someone from the system. So let's say Rafa has decided not to play. He has another commitment. He would click on his name and say delete the reservation. And then in about 5 seconds or so, his reservation for himself and Rafa has been deleted. Adding the reservation takes the same amount of time. That's just a quick view at that. So now if we go back to that view on the weekly view on Wednesday, you see that on court 1, that court now is open. The rule number 4 is early bird members must cancel reservations in a timely manner. So obviously the way this will work best is that if people need to cancel, they cancel. So they open the court and they allow it to be open and be taken by other players. I think that'll become important in the June, July, August timeframe where it'll get more crowded. The 5th one is double play will take precedence over singles. I think right now, because we are early in the season, there are going to be many open courts, and therefore that may not be an issue. But as we get later into the season, we'll have to revisit that. Court 2 should be used as singles. The reason for that is just safety. Basically, if we have 2 doubles and 1 singles, there'd be less issues of a collision or an accident if the singles players were in the middle court. Number 7 Guest non-OGTC members must be registered in the Hold My Court system to be granted access to the courts. OGTC members will have a priority over the courts, and guests will be required to pay a guest fee. The last rule, number 8, is that early bird members must sweep the courts immediately after play. So again, at about 8:20, 8:25, before 8:30, you would need to go in and just go in and sweep your courts. That's pretty much it. If you have any issues with registering or applying the rules, feel free to reach out to me, and see you on the courts. Thank you.